about to get into live. Be sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask Blue Jay, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it. Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Ow! It's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Ow! Hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Ah! Ow! Fabo!
Hey, y'all. Come on in. What's up? I'm back, y'all. It's been a minute. I had to open it up to my guests from last time because it was a banger. We're about to have a good time tonight. Shelly! Hey, good evening. Good evening. Look, y'all know, we'll go into a whole dance party. That was Rachel Black with Fooled Me. If you all were tuning in with me during the last show, oh, excuse me. Let me say something. Rachel was my guest on the show, baby. She's a singer, songwriter. You all make sure that you get in tune with her. Happy Thursday. I'm over here having a cough attack. Excuse me. My goodness. I guess the week is so exciting. It's like literally taking my breath away. What is going on? I was just fine. Oh my goodness. Let me take a really quick break. Y'all stay right there. Oh my goodness. I'm like losing my voice. I'll be right back. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542. I had to give y'all a commercial break. Oh my God, I was literally having a cough attack. My goodness. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live, okay? It's your girl, MzMetchi. Happy Thursday, baby. We have been on vacation, but I'm glad to be back, okay? We have so much to catch up on. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company everywhere at the BP Media Co. And make sure that you're following me, your girl, MzMetchi, okay? And of course, look, this is important. While I'm over here catching my breath, because when I tell y'all I was just fine, I want you to drop your business in the comments. Drop your business in the comments for me. Somebody needs what it is that you have to offer. So don't be afraid to tag yourself, tag a friend, a family member, a coworker, anyone that we can connect with. It's all about building, getting together, okay? Collaborating. That's what it's all about. So make sure that you are dropping those businesses in the comments, okay? Later on in tonight's show, I have Man Williamz joining me, okay? Now, Man, y'all know he is a long time friend and supporter for the Blueprint Live. So I'm so excited to have him on tonight. Really, we got to catch up. Like, first off, Man is on fire, okay? Man Williamz is on fire. He literally, dancer, okay? An artist, talk show host. He does it all, okay? So I'm excited to bring him on tonight. You all make sure that you tune in later on for our interview. Now, for tonight's topic, look, we're going to catch up. We got to catch up, period. I've been off for a few weeks. There's been so much that's been going on, y'all. So much. And we got to break it down. We got to talk about it tonight. Okay? We have to talk about it tonight. Now, let me go ahead and get in these comments. What's up? Hey, girl. How you doing, honey? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Now, look, Lachelle Decor. Okay, I have something coming real quick. But first, I think now is a good time before we hop into the hated and loving. I have to, before we move any further, of course, shout out my amazing sponsors. Okay, thank you to Live Long Health, Pretty Curvy Savage, Paris Ice Bar, and Fiya Infusions. Okay, now wait a minute, hold on, man, that popped on here. Hi, man. Okay, look, man made it a little bit early. So look, before we get into hating and loving, because y'all know I gotta hear what he is hating and loving, because I have questions. I have questions tonight. So I'm going to bring him on, but I could not do it without my amazing sponsors. So thank you all so much. After tonight's broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, everyone that I mentioned is going to be hyperlinked, including my special guest, Man Williamz. Okay, I want you all to go make sure that you are subscribing to his channels and following him. You don't want to miss out on the journey that he's on. So without further ado, let me go ahead and set it up, because we got to bring our friend back now. Hold on, man is in the building. Hold on, let's get it together. What y'all doing in these comments? Hey, girl. Let me go ahead. I want to go and introduce you all to my special guest this evening. Man Williamz, as I told you all, is a longtime friend and supporter of the show. Literally one of the dope people. Just one of those jewels that we have here in the Chicagoland area and beyond. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce you all to my very special guest tonight, Man Williamz. You good? Can I get a thumbs up if you're ready?
Okay, hey, everybody.
How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. First off, it's good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been too long, but we both been busy, so that's our excuse, y'all.
100%. So look, man, when you came on, I can't remember when the last appearance was, and of course we kind of bumped into each other
At the beginning of COVID.
It's been a while, so catch me up. I mean, I know you have a few things that's coming up, so we're going to definitely talk about that. But what's been going on?
Child, it's been a lot. So since I've taken on the music artist journey, I've just been getting booked and busy. I was booked and busy before dancing, but booked and busy being an artist is another thing. Like, I've been just busy getting, my overall image together, getting my music together to finally drop my album. It's coming, y'all. We're gonna talk about the album. It's coming. I tried to dibble and dabble in different projects that did work, some didn't work, some I had to take myself out of. But overall, I've been focusing on Man Williamz, the brand, the person, the entertainer, and just finding ways to elevate that and, broaden not only just my audience, but broaden the message that trying to put out there, which is just be yourself authentically without, caring what anybody says, and do you to the fullest.
That's right. And I love that. First off, even when I first heard your first project, that's been something that I feel like has been a theme as far as recurring. Just you letting people know, like, hey, look, show up as yourself. Stop being phonies. Don't be fake. Be yourself, And I love the fact that you've remained true from that since day one.
Yes, a lot of people don't know how to, be their individual self and get categorized being a pick me, BITC, you know what. So that's why I'm here to, show you that haters will come around and try to stop you. People who aren't full and, securing themselves, they'll try to stop you and deter you and give you negative vibes. But as you see, I've been going and still going, switched it up, still going. So all y'all watching, never stop, just keep going.
I love it. Now, you have something really exciting coming up. Like, first off, for those that don't know, I mean, Man has been doing his thing as far as on the artist side, but you are going back to Milwaukee Pride again.
Oh my God.
In a row, right?
I can say this out loud. I'm at Milwaukee Pride on the big stage, y'all. I'm not on no little stage no more. I'm with the big girls. It took 4 years, but I'm on the stage with the big girls. I had to hold this secret in since December, January. So it's
Oh
so
my goodness.
exciting. Yeah, and you know I can't hold water to certain people. So I had to keep that secret in just so that everybody can see, because when I found out the information, the same day I found out the information, someone called themselves going online trying to talk about me, and do those
Oh,
little things
no.
that the girls do. And blue Man Williamz on the big stage email. I said, oh, let her keep talking. Let her
Yeah.
keep talking, because guess what? God has the final say when it comes to anything. No matter what
Yeah.
no one says, you can think that you have talent and someone might think that you're talentless. But if God thinks that you're the
Mm.
best person on earth, you're gonna be right there with Beyonce. So I'll see you next year, Beyonce.
100%. And you know what, man? Can we? I've definitely got some questions that I want to ask you, but you saying that it's people that are in business like us, or they're in the different industries that they serve. I do see a lot of statuses on social media where people, they just have people coming at them that are supposed to either be on their team or people that they know from the community. Man, can you kind of speak to what has been your own personal journey? Like what were some steps that you took to kind of overcome some of those things where people that or people that's in your vicinity, they're saying negative things about you publicly?
Well, one thing you need to do is from the start create boundaries. Me personally, I have Man Williamz, and then I have Man, who is me on a regular basis. So
Yeah.
those two you have to separate it. Look at Diddy. He didn't let his personal life transfer over to business, and
Yeah.
that all this and that and this all this BS. You have
Yeah.
to set boundaries when you're, trying to elevate, not even just entertainment, but if you're a chef, if you're a teacher, if you're trying to go to the next level, you have to create boundaries somewhere. And me comes with, like you said, treating this like a business. Just it's fun to get on stage, it's fun to do these interviews, but there's a business side to it, and I have to handle the business side before I could be friends with anybody. And if at the end of the day the business side is not what you're focused on, if you're just here for likes and views and comments, I can't be a part, because there's a monetization that comes with it, and then there
Mhm.
comes the actual reach. Like a lot of times with a lot of my posts and things like that, especially recently, I don't get many likes. I barely even be getting comments, but I'm getting
Right.
these inboxes and these texts and these phone calls and these emails for
Yeah.
bookings, for people saying, oh, this song helped me this way, this thing helped me in this way. So it's not always going to be in the general public that you're going to be seeing your success. You have to know how to separate all of that and be able to
Yeah.
really find somewhere that you can be, centered ground into where you're satisfied and that you're able to receive the positive, because it's going to be hard. Once you start
Yeah.
getting those millions of likes and follows and stuff, it's going to be hard to figure out what's the truth and what's real, because I've had people that call me their friends, been bed wagging and kissing my butt for years. But
Yeah.
soon as I say I want a moment to myself, I need space. Oh, you're weak. You can't dance. Those songs are weak. This, that, and the
Oh
other.
my
But they
goodness.
just need me to be headlining MKE Pride, baby.
Yeah.
Clock that T.
Yeah. And I think that having those boundaries, I mean, is so important. And it's one of those things that if you're such a giving person, or, you don't mind helping people or showing people the way, you will get the industry, whatever you're in, it'll eat you up quickly if you don't have those boundaries in place. So thank you for speaking on that, because I try for anybody that's listening in. I'm like, look, now let's drop real gems of how you can overcome things. Because when I tell you my big thing when I first started off, was people would make comments. There was someone that said that I should go and lay down on the table because I was a bigger girl when I first came into the industry, and I'm just like, okay, I'm like, well, I have confidence in me. And I'm like, it doesn't matter what you think, these are your own thoughts and opinions. So you have to be able to shut the outside noise off. You really do. Man, why you looking like that? I think he's stuck. Man, can you hear us? He moving in slow motion. Oh, let's see. Let's give him a
I can
second,
hear
y'all.
you.
You can hear me? Okay, you was freezing up. But so back to Pride. Like I know that you. Yeah, the people are mad, but with the Pride that you're going to and that you're going to be performing again, I know you'll be on the bigger stage. But what's going to be different with this performance?
Well, since you're my good friend, I get to spill the tea to you. So this year, I've taken it to a completely different level. Now, let me be clear. Every year, I try to take it to a new level. But like I said, there's those things that, halt you and hinder you. And not only do you have to be ready, but it's perfect timing for everything. And I feel like the previous years that I did prior, I did what I was supposed to on the level that I was supposed to. And I feel like after 4 years, now it's finally time with everything that went on, all the songs that I didn't drop. The story has been laid for me to take it to the next level. So how I want to do that now, I've been trying to do it, and finally I'm able to execute it. I have a team, a styling team, and kind of sort of a production team, if you want to say so. But I've finally, finally able to trust people to execute my vision. So finally we're gonna come with a little custom little doo-wop. Finally, not store-bought stuff like we was doing before. So we're gonna come with that. I've been formulating my performance before. I haven't really I never put myself under the I guess pressure that I put people that I work with under when it comes to performance and stuff, because I feel like I know what I can do. But like I said, taking it to the next level, I formulated the performance to be a little more dynamic than it has been before. It's always been solo, so it's gonna be solo again, but it's gonna be a little different. And just I feel like this performance is going to be good for me to lead into what I'm going to do next, which is officially the album rollout. Saturday will make 1 year that my current single I've been promoting, Exposed, has been out. And I think it was perfect timing for me to drop it last year and to now come into this year to do a closeout of my previous songs and things like that, to now open the lane for my album and the official rollout that I'm gonna do with that. So when you guys start seeing different pictures and things like that, don't get scared. It's just rollout time. Don't worry. Not too many people made it into the, gonna be thrown in the daggers, but y'all gonna see when the album rollout really start what I'm talking about.
Because I have questions.
Ask them, boo. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
I have listened to Exposed, and okay, Fred, you was going off. Who pitched you off?
Everybody and their mama.
We don't call out. I don't call out people personally on the show, but we call out experiences. So I want to welcome you to share your experience, but I have to know what the inspiration was behind Exposed, because it felt direct. I'm just like, baby, y'all better stop pissing them off.
And some of the girls who those daggers was at, they be listening to it and don't even know. But I bet they'll know after this interview. So the way that Exposed came about, so I was casted. Are you familiar with the network Now That's TV?
I am. I was just watching Bad Bitches Only.
We're gonna talk about that in a second. So one of the girls on there, Big Lex, she was on Jocelyn's show. She moved on and helped start it Now That's TV. So when Big Lex show, Big Lex Baddies Collection started, I came with the idea, I want to do a talk show. I want to interview the girls. So first I started with Aqua from Jocelyn's Cabaret, then it moved to the Big Lex girls. And when I started interviewing them, it really started picking up because the network was fresh. It was fresh on the
I remember.
Yes. Yeah. So one of the contestants on Big Lex's show, she fell out with Lex. The same thing that happened with Lex. Lex fell out with Jocelyn and made a show. Same thing happened with this young lady. She fell out with Lex and wanted to do her own show, had the ideas, everything was good. But like I said, those outside people coming in, you getting all these likes and views, you don't know what is what. You trying to please everybody, and it just didn't work out for her. But when it was not working out for her, there were lies and things to try to cover up what was really going on. So I had to put it in a song and, expose some girls and call them out while I was at it, because my thing is, when I was doing my talk show and things like that, it wasn't for me to promote myself, obviously, but it was for me to, give light to the girls. Reality shows, we only see one side. It's always another story. And if you guys go back, you can check out my YouTube, search Man Williamz. All the interviews still there. You can see that.
And they did need a platform like that, because when you think about your VH1s, you think about a lot of the other platforms, they typically will have some type of wrap up, or
that's what I was doing. Now they got their own that's not as good. It's not as good because, baby, when the girls was coming to my show, they feel everything.
Seen it in case they tune in.
I want them to see, because they need to give me the job that the girls can't do. Because how are you asking questions, but you still trying to be on somebody's side? You have to be unbiased and ask every question that the audience
the people want to know.
right, not what you want to know, and not what's gonna make the network look good. Because at the end of the day, all the promo is good promo for the network as long as y'all getting those subscriptions. So in a way, I was helping them, but people keep people from those networks and that was supposed to be on those shows and things. They didn't like what I was doing because I didn't want to conform, or I didn't want to, kiss someone's ass or not talk about certain things just to make the next person happy. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm gonna tell the truth. If you was sucking dingling in the bathroom and the cameras didn't catch it and so know it, I want to know about it because everybody else want to know about it. And when you put yourself on these platforms and in TV and stuff, those type of things,
open yourself up to questions,
exactly. And if you don't want to answer them, just respectfully decline. And that's the thing too, when other people answer questions for other people, that sometimes sparks controversy and drama. But I mean, when you get into the reality TV show arena, as we see on Baddies, nothing is off limits. You'll get jumped, you'll get your teeth knocked out, you get your hair pulled out, braid pulled from the scalp. Nothing is off limits. So if that's the lane that you want to be in that lane. I chose the entertainer lane. So whenever I want an audience, I go to a booking. I don't gotta bandwagon all the ops and stuff to make them think that I want to talk about something. No, if I need an audience, I'm an entertainer. I go do a show. You wanted an audience, you did a reality TV show. So now after reality TV, everyone wants to know everything that's going on. So Exposed is just basically explaining my experience. That what happened with my talk show, what happened with the reality show I was supposed to be on, and the different panels. Let's touch on that really quickly. I was a part of a few panels, tried to start a few panels and things like that, and they unfortunately didn't.
Entertainment or music? What was the sector that you were in?
It was a pop culture, and then I was supposed to do one for a particular TV show. I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, so those panels are no more because I just basically say people can't stand on business. Period. That's the best way to put it. You can't stand on business.
Yeah, you'll find a lot of times that people, they'll say that they want to do business, but when it comes down to actually putting the work in and taking that, laying that foundation that you need and then executing it, because having a plan and not executing it, that's not actually doing anything. Like, you could have a great plan, but if you don't do anything with it, where's it going to go?
And you have to be confident in the execution too, because you might execute it to the best of your abilities. No views, no nothing, day one. But day 30, somebody could share it and you'll get 1 million views out of nowhere. So you have to put your best foot forward every time.
Every time. I love that. So, I mean, now, man, with your talk show, I mean, is it something that you foresee bringing back, or just, despite of just doing it differently? Like, where do you kind of sit with that?
I would like to bring it back, but I feel like I would need to do a revamp because the format that I had before, like I said, some of those networks that I was interviewing their cast on, they kind of basically took the idea in because they had the bigger platform and they got all these people on contract, everybody will run over there. So if I do bring it back, which I would like to, it'll just be, a different format, something different. Because I really like doing the interviews on the reality stars. I think I'll probably try to find like real lost reality stars that we really want to know stuff about and try to interview them, because that's what it was all about for me, like finding the things that the TV didn't show us, hearing something from someone's mouth, giving them the platform themselves to really have the confidence to finally speak their word, because they probably did speak their word in the confessionals, but the production cut it out.
Never know.
It didn't go with whatever was they planned or whatever they was trying to execute. So just giving opportunities like I've been doing my whole career is just what it was all about.
Now, man, I know that you said that you kind of took some of the frustration and just some of the things that you have been through, even with that situation and just other things that you have kind of ran into. When was that moment where you were like, I'm about to put it on the song and put it out and I don't care? Like,
every day. I got a notepad in my phone. iPhone got the note thing. Anytime somebody do something, I come up with a little rhyme or I write that line out.
Right.
And it get put in a song somewhere. That's really how I wrote Exposed. Like, I came up with the hook and then I kept going to my notes, finding these different lines on these different girls and piecing them together. That's what Exposed kind of was more so of a puzzle than really a story to me. It was me piecing together what happened, because still to this day, like when I think about it, I'm not gonna say it gives me anxiety, but it gives me a feeling like, wow, I was really like like deja vu, kind of like I went through that stuff. Like thousands of people were commenting and blocking me because I said this about so and so. Like it's
Oh,
just such a surreal experience that I'll never forget about, and I always will be appreciative of, because it showed me, what it was like to be in the reality show arena. Because when those people were supposed to do those TV shows and things like that, every show I was first picked to be casted, so that put me on another level than the other girls and gave me that attention that I really don't want for real. I mean, I love the attention that I get for my music, where people, little people, every couple of days hit me up and say this or comment. Like that feels so good to me. Like one random person out of nowhere telling me that I do good, instead of thousands of people who probably don't even like me. They just trying to get attention from me. That's like kind of weird. Like, of course, I would appreciate the millions of people, but genuineness is what really sticks out to probably not just me, but probably everybody.
Everybody. Well, at least the real.
95%.
At least the real folks. At least the real folks. Now, for me, since I've seen you, especially when you came out and you were an artist, like you've been very intentional about like your visuals and just the things that you put out. So I just want to know, give me a sneak peek as far as like the next visuals and the things that are coming out. What are we going to be able to like look forward to? What are you giving the girls this summer?
So what I'm giving the girls this summer, Expose is going to have a little visual thing going on. So be on the lookout of that. And the first official single that I'll be dropping from my album, there's a visual for that. So just think of makeup on steroids. I'll give y'all that. It's
Do you know I was
be
listening to that when I did my makeup today?
Yes, I love it. So because makeup was a white backdrop, it was really plain, things like that. It was just me. Still gonna be just me, but we're gonna kick it up a notch. We're gonna show y'all what this album talking about. I might even drop the album title in that first little video, but we'll see. I got a little rollout coming with that. So y'all gonna love the title. I just said it like 3-4 times in this interview, so that's how I know y'all gonna love it.
Okay. I'm here for it. Now, I want to know this, and this is something that I love to ask my entrepreneurs and people that are doing multiple things. Like you all tip different hats. How are you balancing all of this and maintaining your overall peace, man? Because you tip off a lot of hats. How are you doing?
Yeah.
we know the boundaries.
You know how 420 is the best way. Definitely indulging in 420 definitely helps keep me, calm and sane. But other than that, like I said, creating boundaries, like there's a particular time in the day when my phone just goes on do not disturb mode. So I just continue doing whatever it is that I'm doing so that, I don't overwhelm myself with keep on answering messages or keep on working on things. That don't get me wrong, there like tonight gonna be a late night for me getting ready for Pride, but there do be some late nights. But sometimes I'm like, let me put the phone down, let me close the computer, let me take a rest, let me rest my brain, watch a movie or something like that. Get into the real world, get into the Diddy trial, get into stuff like that, get into regular stuff and just forget about Man Williamz.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so much going on.
Every day is something. That
it really is.
Stop.
Man, how the people that are around you, like how, like as you're elevating personally and professionally, how do you navigate the people around you? Because I mean, I would imagine with everything that you do, you probably get little clicks for this and little clicks for that. How do you manage it?
That's funny because I don't really have too many in real life friends. I'll say I have like less than 5. But the way that I be working and stuff, I barely get to hang with the people that I really rock with for real. So I'm making a point to that this summer to really go out of my way. Like one of my friends, she's my childhood friend, Mahogany Love. Hey, boo. She'll be performing at Pride, y'all. She lives in Milwaukee now, so I plan the day that I'm gonna come out there. Me and her gonna go out, get a little section at the club and turn up. And I'm gonna do the same thing in St. Louis with some of my friends too that have really been supporting me and stuff like that. So I'm just going to make it a point to me before, because I feel like after this Pride performance, with the stuff that's been going on in my email, I know it's going to be crazy next year. So I'm going to make it a point this summer to reach back out to those who been supporting me and my real friends, and, you know, turn up with them one last time, because next summer I might be on tour with Beyonce, and them tickets was expensive, baby. I wouldn't tell nobody to spend their rent money on that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I caught a nice little deal off StubHub.
Yeah, you probably got the deal I was eyeing, because by the time I was ready to pay for it,
Was it the one that was it the one that was in section 321?
That's on the floor?
It's not on the floor.
Oh, okay. The ones I was looking at was on the floor. They
No,
was like 200.
I wasn't on the
bad. It was gone.
I wasn't on the floor. I ended up being in 321, but when I tell you it was the perfect view, I'm like, I was like, baby, nah, I can't be spending my car note money on that.
Okay. Yeah, before Beyonce concert, I would want of you to see the overall thing, because she really put in work on all of that.
Yeah, the visuals, all of that is off the chain. Man, I want to know this. If somebody, because you're very active on social media, like for my world, I'm just like, my friend is doing the damn thing.
Thank you.
You really are. And I just, I know that I go through things on a day-to-day basis, weekly, monthly, but what is something that like you've had to push through recently, man, that like people wouldn't know just by looking at your page or following that you can share, that you feel comfortable sharing?
I don't really think it's been too much. I think really what it is like, sometimes some days, and it's less days than more days, that some of those negative factors and things like that really affect me, and I'm just like, I want to quit and I don't want to do nothing. So I have those days, but as of the last couple months, I've been out of that funk and I just been pushing myself. But usually, like, I get into like this depressed state where I can't do nothing. I just be on my phone looking at stuff. Don't want to work on music and stuff like that. So, and it's usually just from negative comments or things not going the way that they're supposed to go, depending on other people and stuff like that. So that's why I try to limit my dependability, but you can't do it all by yourself forever. So I got to get out of that shell and find the people that I trust and, really work with them. And another thing that I could say that I've pushed through, which I think it was last year, when, I don't know if you saw that post I made, but I was supposed to perform with somebody at a particular venue, and the promoter said that if I got on the stage, no one else was going to perform because I was gay. So sometimes as a grown man, that kind of affects me when people do stuff like that, because I know me, I'm ready to go off tit for tat and fight, but people carry guns and all these things. So I'm not scared, but I want to get shot. So I don't care if you want to fight, we can get in the field and box it out. But to, deny someone that's talented and that probably was going to turn your club up and spend a nice little bag on drinks just because I was gay. And then all y'all in there was ugly anyway. So I wasn't and I got a whole fiance, so it's like delusional.
Yeah. And man, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. It's very unfortunate that people are so close-minded that, my whole thing is, it doesn't matter what what you got going on. We can get money and get this exposure and the things that we need. And I hate when people can't put aside their personal feelings to do the right thing. It's just like no one cares what you think personally, baby. Are we getting to the bag?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
That's why I appreciate my producer JB so much, because he's a straight man, not trying to do his business out there, but got a wife and kids and all that, and he do other things stuff like that. But anytime I send him something, cover arts, anything, he come through and execute it like he's right there with me doing it. And he's all the way another thing. I've never talked to him on the phone before, but he done all my beats, he do all my cover arts, all that, and it's just through text. Recently, I've been sending him voice notes, just to get things, a little more particular. But that was only as of last year. So since I started music 3 years, we've been working together, and it's just been text, and he's been killing.
Has it only been 3 years? Why does it feel like 6 or 7?
Really, it's been 4. I think this is the 4th. Yeah, this is the 4th year.
The 4th year? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it seems like forever though.
Before you leave me tonight, though, I need to, we know the Pride is coming up. What are some other things that my listeners, how can we support you as far as in the upcoming season for Man Williamz and the brand?
Well, if you're in Milwaukee, come on out to Milwaukee Pride. They got a lot of stuff going on this year. They got amusement parks and stuff like that. And of course, a performance by me that Friday night, 6 p.m. at the Dance Pavilion stage. Other ways you guys can support me, you can stream my songs. Currently, I'm promoting Exposed, but I have a couple other songs that you might like as well.
Okay.
Dance With Me remix, Down in the Shy remix. I got my all-time fave Makeup, and I got a couple songs on YouTube. Other than that, I have some more shows. I can tell y'all a few dates. July 19th, I'll be doing the show here in Chicago, so you guys stay tuned for that.
Okay.
I'll be back in St. Louis in July performing. And I have some other things coming up that I'm working on, so I'll definitely send it to you so you can post and stuff. But if you guys follow
Look,
me on
you
social
gonna
media
come
at
back
Man
and promote
Williams,
too.
yes, period. So if you guys follow me at Man Williams, I'm gonna be active the next couple of months on my social media, staying on top of dates and things like that. So if you guys like this interview and you like me, then you'll like my music because the music is all about things I've been through and things that you ladies and gentlemen can relate to. So I appreciate the support in advance.
Yeah, and look, we support you, man. I'm thankful. I know that it had been a while, but I'm so glad that we could always. I love when my guests and my friends, like my real industry people, we can come back together because life does get busy. And even tonight, I thought we was gonna have to delay it. I'm like, well, friend, you can't come no earlier. Like, come on.
Yeah, I ran out of work.
I know, but look, and I'm so thankful because I love being able to promote the things that you all have going on. Like, man, when we first met each other, you remember the studio I was in and all types of stuff. Like, there to have stayed connected after all this time, and there's been so much growth. I just want to let you know I am proud of you, and
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, friend, and you have my support always. So you make sure you come back and see me when it's time for all the rollouts. I want all the rollouts.
Yes, and you're gonna get all the exclusive tea, boo. And I'm proud of you too. The MzMetchi show is gonna be the next Miss Wendy Williams show. So keep pushing it, boo.
I am. Well, look, you go ahead and rest because I know you had a long day, and I appreciate you, and we gonna definitely the support is gonna continue.
Yes, thank you so much, boo, and thank you everyone at the Blueprint Media Company that's watching. Love you guys so much.
Love you too. Love you too. Have a good night. Okay.
You too.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you. Bye. Oh my goodness, y'all. See, I told you. I told y'all that I was bringing back my friend. Now, look, I'm going to go ahead and keep Man's information up at the bottom so that if you all are just tuning in, you caught the tail end of the interview, I want you to definitely follow. Make sure that if you're in the Milwaukee area that you go and catch him at Pride. Okay, he's performing that Friday. And of course, stream his new single, Exposed. I have to take a really quick break. And when I come back, we're going to be hopping into tonight's Hate It and Love It. Be right back.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event?
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
All right, y'all, it's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it. Let's start off with the fact that I be having technical difficulties. Okay? Technical difficulties. If you all are just tuning in, make sure that you drop your businesses in the comments, okay? And if you missed my exclusive interview with Man Williamz, you all can definitely catch the replay, but make sure that you all go and follow him at Man Williamz, and that's Williams with a Z. Now, let me just go ahead and break into it. First off, I'm happy to be back. That is the love it. That's the love it. I'm really happy to be back on air with you all. It's been a crazy last couple weeks. Honestly, like, I mean, if when I get ready to actually tell my story, you all are going to be amazed. But the first thing that, you know, besides being back and being back on air with everyone, that's the first love it. But the second one is, baby, the LinkedIn Lit Brunch was everything to me. Like, it was, honey, tonight when we catch up for our topic, we'll go more into the logistics. But the number one thing for me was, you know, I kept telling you all over the last few months that I was holding something in. I was keeping something close to the chest, and you had to be in the room to get that first dibs on that. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I want to get this prepared so that you all can see it. But I put it out already, but I'm going to play it here for, you know, just any late people that may not know. But I made an announcement at the LinkedIn Lit Brunch about a project that I have been working on. I shot the pilot for the MzMetchi show. I did the first episode in September of 2023. And I shared with everyone that was in the room that day that I had tried to shop the show and tried to get it on a network. I am now at a place where I'm going to talk a little bit more about my experience of just some different things that I had introduced to you all and they fell through. But I'm just going to go ahead and just play the trailer to my new show that is launching this summer. I'll be releasing that official date very soon, but we're aiming for July. Okay. But let me just play it for you guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them old mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's news. I done did that before. I turn nothing to something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action. You just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating. No losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings. I turn that into money.
And the MzMetchi show is coming this summer. Y'all, let me just tell you, I am so excited. Okay. Like I was sharing with you all before, I shot that pilot and then I took a very long hiatus. But fall/winter of last year, and of course, wrapping up early this year, I did finish season 1 for the MzMetchi show. So I am so thankful to everyone that was a part of it. First off, shout out to Sketch Killer, Mario Sketch Killer, my fave. Okay, he is the EP for the MzMetchi show. Shout out to DJ MH he is the official DJ, and you know he helped as far as with helping me to facilitate the performances from the artists that came to grace the MzMetchi show stage. It's been a lot to put that together. It was a lot to put the brunch together. It was a lot holding that so close to the chest. Everyone that was involved, every guest, everyone that you saw in the preview. It was a lot of work to really keep that under wraps. Awesome. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. Latifah, my girl. Hey, boo. It's so good to see you. So good to see you. I just shared the trailer for the show, which Latifah and my aunt and Shelly, they were in the room that day when I released that. And y'all, oh my goodness, when I tell you I was shaking in my boots because at the brunch I had gotten everyone was together, the vendors were there, the food was off the chain. And then I had to get ready to share this project that I had been just keeping so close to the chest. And I'll tell you all this, there were so many things that happened that discouraged me. And I'm now at a place where I can talk about it and I'm not angry anymore. And I understand that it was all a part of the plan. So we can talk about it a little bit tonight as far as why I kept it so close to the chest. So if you all remember, I had shared with you that Flavor and Finds, which is going to be a mini series surrounded around food and everything, that was going to be available on Foodie TV. I had myself as well as Mario Sketch Killer, he assisted me as far as putting together that segment, and I'm going to bring it all around, so just go with me. But we were on a very tight timeline so that show could end up coming out on January 31st. If you all remember, one thing about me, when I promo something, I'm going to promo the hell out of it. So I had spent from August of last year, so the MzMetchi show was on pause, right? It was on pause. But, I was still doing a little bit of work, but I had focused on this because I'm like, I'm going to be able to get on a network that's available wherever you stream your favorite platforms. And we worked our ass off for that show. We did. I had everything over to that particular network beforehand, only to find out the day before. Okay, my show was supposed to come out on that Friday, Flavor and Fine Fridays, that not only was my show not gonna be uploaded, or it had not been uploaded to the platform, but that they were pausing production for any new shows. So I took it on the chin. And when I tell you, I already was at a place where I was shopping the MzMetchi show and I was having a difficult time. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do it on Facebook or YouTube. I'm already doing that. I'm ready to expand. I'm ready to go up. And when that particular thing happened with Foodie TV, and again, I can speak on it, and if they have a problem with it, do business better. Okay? No shade, no tea. Do it better. I put a lot of work into it. So here it was. I had a pilot for one show that wasn't going anywhere. I had shot an entire season for another show and it wasn't going anywhere. So then what do we do when things are failing or they're not working for us? We got to get in the paint. We have no other choice. So it was my producer's grand idea that, okay, this is already a mini series. We're already trying to get production and things together for the MzMetchi show. We're going to combine it. We're going to put it together because these are things that they should go together. And screw anybody that promised that they were going to put you on their platform and they didn't. Okay. So all of these things and trials and tribulations that I went through to not only produce it, but to try to shop the show, and just like the dead ends and the closed doors, announcing the MzMetchi show and sharing that in a space that I had curated is my life's work. It's literally the mission that I stand for. I tell anybody when they ask me, what is the Blueprint Media Company? What do you do? And I let them know that I'm a media company that's focused on showcasing and highlighting small business owners, artists, creatives, and impact leaders. To have all of that and to have made an announcement with that room, when I tell you the love it for me that day, when you are the cheerleader for everybody in your life, it can be very, very, very overwhelming. Best friend is here. My best friend was right by my side. I love you, sis. Thank you for popping in. When I made the announcement, I played the trailer and the damn sound wouldn't come on. Like when I tell you the things that were happening that day, it was crazy at the Lincoln Lit brunch. So many little hiccups, but the sound wouldn't play. But when we played the trailer and then we started some music, the way that they roared in that room, like the roars and the cheers and just, the love, y'all, that was in that room. It's a moment that I will never forget. I will never forget. So that is the love it for me. The MzMetchi show is coming this summer. Again, I am so thankful for everyone that helped me to bring it to life. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for my Kim G's, the Marios, you know what I'm saying? Like MH, anyone, like my artist friends, Chives Up, Pouty Girls, the people that you saw in that clip, Daryl Deshawn, Reese Purnell, okay, from the Black Women's Professional League, like really had heavy hitters with me that said, hey, I see what you're doing and I support you and I'm going to show up for you. To have that moment with a lot of them in that room, that's what it's all about for me. So the show is coming soon. It will be available on Facebook and YouTube, and I am still shopping networks. And I tell you what, I put a call to action now at the LinkedIn Lit Brunch, because not only was I trying to connect anybody, but I'm like, I need some connections too. And there was a young lady there. Okay, shout out to Nigel Crosby, excuse me. She sent my trailer to someone that, gave definitely some feedback. They weren't able to help me as far as with placement, but helped me with some feedback as far as to keep going. And what I'm going to do is keep going, y'all. Keep going. Okay, y'all are going to see this face on your television, whether if it's through Roku, Google, Amazon Fire, whatever you have, okay, your cable company, Comcast. I know that it's going to happen for me. And I'm waiting on it. But I'm working my ass off to get there. So that's the love it for me, to be able to share that moment, to be able to curate that space for those vendors. I asked every last one of my vendors at the LinkedIn Lit Brunch, did you make some money? Because see, I can bring you together. But can we make some money? Can we do some things after that? I said that another thing. I have an announcement, another one. And I'm happy about this one. So say hello, you all, to your newest alcohol brand ambassador. Okay, Drink to That is the agency that they have accepted me into their agency, and I will be popping up at some of your local places where you get your wine and spirits. And I'll be doing tastings. Okay. I have booked some things. So I'll be around the towns and the different places on a Friday. So I'm super excited about that, and to be able to branch into something else. And shout out to Lachelle Decor. She was the one that put that in progress. There were connections that happened. There are people that are booked for other events by people that were there at that event. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a place where the girlies or whomever could come and let their hair down and actually have a meaningful connection with people. Actually do that. So that was important to me, baby. And we'll go more into it, but that's the love it. That is the love it. And the love it is also just new opportunities to have fun and connect with people. I'm excited about this brand ambassadorship, and I'm excited to, be able to go into these different areas, and you all will be able to see a familiar face, and we can have some fun, and y'all can come and drink and, come and buy some bottles, because that's what it's all about. I want you to come and buy some bottles. Now, my hated it. My hated it this week, and it's probably been my hated it for the last couple of weeks in light of some things that have kind of taken place, is the sad moment when you try to save someone, a loved one, from themselves, but you weren't quick enough. Can somebody take a sip with me? Can somebody take a sip with me on that? The hated it for this week is when you try to save a loved one from themselves and you find yourself a little bit too late. It happens to us all. And it's certainly something that has happened to me. And, I think the hardest thing is that, and I'm talking to my people, look, whoever you praise, we're going to praise God around here. So, but you fill in God with whoever you feel like you need to fill it in with. Okay. But I'll say this. This has been an instance of something that I've run into, and it has been on my mind, on my spirit, in my life for the last few weeks, as far as just kind of seeing a left turn and not quite being able to help steer the wheel for someone that you care about. And it's one of the hardest things. It's definitely a challenge when God is doing work on your loved one, and it's just a one person job. You're not supposed to jump in on this particular one, but it may impact you in some type of way. In light of going through these things, in which is personal, keep some things to yourself. Okay, wink, wink. But in general, what I'm finding is that the love it out of all of it is that I've been allowing myself to feel. I've been allowing myself to grieve. I've been allowing myself to be vulnerable with the people that love me and that love on me. And if nothing else, the love it for me to wrap it up is just being thankful for space. Like my auntie is on here. Hey, Latifah said she already doing it. And I'm sending you love. Latifah, that's my girl. That is my girl. Auntie Tracy, she knows. And I'm just, you know, my family and my close friends, like not that we not close, y'all, but we have to talk off air. But my family loved on me this weekend with everything that has been going on. And I mean, it started going on the week of the brunch, which is crazy. You know how when you're on a high and life has a way of just like humbling your ass real quick? That's essentially what has been happening for me. And my family loved on me. My auntie Tracy, first off, shout out to her. Shout out to Uncle Leroy. Okay. The oxtails, the jerk, honey, the cabbage, the cornbread, the Pepsi. Like when I tell you, fed me, had a sister's day, hung out with my best friends. Like, I mean, you know, just so many things. I'm thankful for my tribe. I'm thankful for those that love on me when I want to hide from the world because it's too much. When they say that phrase, I hate it and it's cliche. And you all are going to roll your eyes when I say it. Check on your strong friends. In my life, I am the strong person. I am the one that even when I'm down, I'm trying to fight my way back up. I'm thankful for everyone. And my love it this week is for everyone that just took the time to just love on me, even if it was just a little bit. I thank you. Okay? Because MzMetchi go through stuff just like everybody else, baby. And we might not make it look like what we've been through, but I've certainly been through a lot. But I'm not going to let it stop me. The love it to close out for today is continuing to have resilience. And sometimes people feel like, and especially as Black women, we're tired of being strong. We're tired of being the fixers. We're tired of coming with the solutions. We're tired of these things. But isn't it so amazing that even though we are tired and we grow weary and we are sick of things sometimes, oh my goodness, every woman I talk to, I don't care, but specifically Black women, we've been going through some things, okay? Find your tribe, okay? Check on your strong friends, the person that is just like, you know, they going through stuff. They call you and they tell you like, boom, 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 bop, the bam happened. But I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm thankful for the people that was able to see past my own BS that I was presenting to them. Hey, you okay? Are you? Baby, I'm not okay. And that's okay too. The love it is being able to overcome even during times of strife, during times of chaos, calamity, confusion. Being able to have the wherewithal to kind of rise above that. That's my love it this week. My love it is the simple fact that it's just like, no matter what comes my way, I'm still here. And I'm fighting every day. Whether if it's for sanity, if it's for happiness at that time. Whatever. I wish I could have been fighting the girlies that was getting 75% off at the Ulta that closed on Roosevelt. Didn't nobody say nothing. Okay. Let me get into these comments before we take a quick break. Latifah said, you're so true because you never know what's going on with people. Mental health is very important. Latifah, you were at my event. And, you know, Auntie Tracy was there, all of y'all. And I'll tell you what, that was the worst week ever. A life-changing week for me, for my family. And it was so hard to sit there. That's why I was like, when Kim walked up on me, my best friend walked up on me after I talked to y'all and I played the MzMetchi show trailer. And I talked to y'all and I was nervous. I had a whole paper and I had a paper and I threw it down at the last minute. I could not even read what was on that paper because I was so overwhelmed. That was one of the worst weeks that I've had in a long time. But it's not on you, it's in you. So the spirit of rising above, we have to just keep that inside of us so that even during those times where things feel like we don't know what's going on, we find our way every time. And I done cried it out I thank God for my little spoons in the freezer. Definitely have cried it out. And I don't mind sharing that with y'all, because you know what? I'm also tired of it, just like of feeling shame for feeling adverse feelings. We're not robots. Kim said that to me today, and I take that with me. We are not robots. You can't keep going on like nothing's going on. I'll leave it at that. When I come back, we have a what would you do? This one's spicy. I don't know if you guys are going to like it, but I am going to just play the trailer for you guys again, because, I mean, why the hell not? We'll be right back.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them more mistakes are gone, I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's new news, I done did that before. I turn nothing to something, my comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action, you just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating, no losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings, I turn that into money.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
All right, this lady is in a pickle with her hubby. Let's go ahead and jump in, because look, I know I done had y'all here for a while, baby. We just been talking. If you haven't already, make sure that you drop your businesses in the comments, okay? Tonight's What Would You Do? Okay, y'all, I need some advice. My husband met a lady on the plane, and they had a good conversation, apparently. He got her Instagram and is swiping in her stories. Nothing inappropriate per se, but I don't feel like that it's appropriate for a man to do with an opposite gender. I feel like getting an Instagram is too close to getting a phone number. Anyways, he says I'm being insecure, saying I don't feel comfortable. He says I'm being insecure by saying I don't feel comfortable. Am I being insecure, or is he trying to play in my face? Thoughts? Let me say this. Let me go ahead and clock this tea for you, sis, real quick. Real. Yes, you are correct about the fact that getting that Instagram information is almost like getting the phone number, because there's still a certain level of accessibility there based off of whoever you're reaching out to. So you're not wrong as far as that's concerned. Calling you insecure, first off, these are conversations that we need to be having in the dating stage of things. Remember, y'all, no gray area. You should know a man's social media habits before you walk down the aisle. Right? Is he trying to play in your face? We're not going to say that. We won't jump that far. Because, you know, for me, I have totally met people. You know, I mean, I'm in media, so I've absolutely met people. And, you know, and especially because I'm a woman, I'm a married woman. It is easier for me. I don't need to have your number unless I'm going to be booking you for services, but following you, supporting you, liking things for your business or different things, I may ask you for your profile. But it seems like that they just met and just had a conversation. I mean, there's some levels of inappropriateness for sure. Because for me, I'm just like, what do y'all need? Why do you need to talk? This just needs to be a friendly exchange that ends at the duration of this flight. Is he trying to play in your face? We don't know. We don't know what intent is. But you're saying scrolling through the stories. I mean, what is she posting? Like, this is what I've learned. If somebody is going to do something to you, you could guard them with your life. Your life. If someone is going to go out and make a dumb decision, i.e. cheating or whatever the case is, there is absolutely nothing that you can do to stop it. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing you can do to stop it. Don't even waste, don't worry your pretty little head trying to try. But boundaries have to be in place. Hey, that how I would do it, because you're saying, like, what would we do? First off, she asked, is she being insecure? Is he trying to play in your face? I don't think that you are being insecure. No. If it's something that's inappropriate to you, it's inappropriate to you. And that should matter to your spouse. Y'all like my red lippy that I got? This is MzMetchi Rouge from the Lip Bar. I made it on Sunday. You know, I was just looking at my lips in the camera. I'm like, ooh, in the camera. You know the vibes. Anyway, I don't think that you're being insecure, but you want to approach any future conversations about this subject from a secure state. So this is the best thing that works for me. Let me give you a little gem, sis. Whenever you are talking about whatever it is that the feelings that are coming up, make them I statements. We don't want to be accusatory as far as to our spouse, because you would like to think that with your spouse, they have the best intentions. Even when they're doing things that are fugazi, let me be clear. Your spouse and your significant other is going to do things that are fugazi. But you do want to give them the benefit of the doubt. So when you reapproach the conversation, you're going to have more I conversations versus you are doing these things. Hey, I recognize that this isn't something that's come up, but I think that it's highly inappropriate for you to be making friends with women that you don't know, random women, strangers, or what have you, and following them on social media. That's a boundary for me. So let little Mamacita or whoever be the last woman that you are adding in that fashion that is not for a business purpose, a need, a necessity. They're not helping us with travel. Like, if it's not something to enhance us as a couple, if I can't be friends with her too, whatever your boundary is, you have to take a look at what that boundary looks like for you, because it's going to look different for everybody, right? Like for me, I don't care. I don't care that Anthony's friends. Now, some of the media girlies that want to be friends with my husband, but y'all don't want to be friends with me, weird. We've already clocked your tea though. And it's a few of them. I'm like, baby, my husband don't even be on social media like that. Okay. It won't be. I just said, go ahead. Latifah said they gonna do them regardless. Right. Don't try to hold it down. All you can do is enforce your boundaries. So in this situation, no, sis, I don't think that you're being insecure. I think that you're being aware. First off, step one. Step two. Is he trying to play in your face? Potential. He's trying to make you feel something. Watch out for those guys that have to go and get attention from other people. They're demons. They're demons. So that's really where I stand with that. But in this case, approach the conversation, use I statements. I would appreciate if you don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Come from a secure place with the conversation so that you don't get called insecure. Because men love calling you insecure. They'll call you insecure in a heartbeat. You insecure. Okay. And you're not offering me no security. Okay. Clock it. Now, I'm going to take a quick break. You all gather in the comments. Let me know, what should Shorty do? What should she do, y'all? She's in a situation. We'll be right back after this break.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you could treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Elon Musk finally got his funky ass out of office. This is what's happening. What's up? Welcome back. So look, that's our first story for tonight. Elon Musk is leaving his government role as a top advisor to President Donald Trump. Okay. He released a statement basically letting everybody know his time was up. He was there to reduce overhaul in the federal bureaucracy. Oh, I'm messing up words. That's the liquor. But he's leaving it after criticizing President Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. Baby, it has been nothing but absolute pure foolishness and toxicity. Chaos, confusion, calamity. I'm scared. I'm scared, y'all. Moving along in some good news. Now, baby, I don't watch sports like that, but I love me some Candace Parker. And the Chicago Sky, they are set to honor this franchise legend. They're going to be doing this celebration to retire her jersey in August of this year. So, you know, baby, look, we love to see the Black girls winning, honey, and doing things, getting retired, getting their flowers, getting their accolades, getting their stripes, whatever it is that they're getting. I'm all for the Black girls getting it. Shout out to Candace Parker and the Chicago Sky. Now, President Donald Trump, he did a couple pardons this week and some commutations here. So, you know, the big talk of the town has, of course, been from our former Chicago gang leader, Larry Hoover, that he was commuted as far as his sentencing. And there's still like so many different things that are out there as far as that's concerned, but they're trying to, you know, get him to come home. But another couple that's been in the news as far as being pardoned and they were released was Todd Chrisley and his wife. If you all remember, they went to jail for fraud, okay? They have been released. They're set to be released from prison. So, you know, I guess President Donald Trump, he's on a roll, honey. He's on a roll. Now, let me go ahead. Let's get into this next story. Now, look. There's another variant of COVID-19. And I don't know about y'all. Let me take a sip. It's a problem. It's a problem. Yes, I'm chasing it with water. This tequila. This is tequila. Okay. But they're saying that the risk of a lot of it is a little bit low, but this particular variant for COVID-19, it has been spiking up and they're seeing more of it. Like I've known a few people that they're like, I've been sick and I've had this cough for so long. COVID was tough. COVID was tough the first time around, for real. So I'm just hoping that this variant comes in and has several seats so that we can have a good ass summer. Because I'm not sheltering in place no more. I'm not doing it. Okay. Shout out to Quinta Brunson. Okay. You all know she is the person that's over Abbott Elementary. She donated $50,000 to 2 different charities and she received the key to Philadelphia. Okay. She dedicated the mural in her honor to her alma mater. Okay. So shout out to her. You know, I've been watching Quinta since when she was on BuzzFeed. That was when I first ran into her skits, like when she was doing the dance in front of the pyramids. What a time to be alive. So to see the fact that she's done so many amazing things for herself and for her brand, and she's got her own production company, like all of these amazing things, it's crazy. It's crazy. I love it. Did you all hear about Zachary Brandon Barfield? Okay, he is from Panama City. Why did Zachary poison the poison and shoot dolphins. They have fined him over $51,000 because this man was poisoning and shooting dolphins. Yes, you heard me say it correct. Zachary, what the hell? What the Heliante? What the Halliburton? Moving along. We're going to pray for it. Mosquitoes. There were some mosquitoes found in Glenview, Illinois that tested positive for the West Nile virus. Baby, we are under attack. And I'm only giving you all this stuff because I don't want y'all to say I didn't tell you. I don't want that. I'm laughing too much, Tracy. It's too much. Now, there's a gentleman. Let me just go ahead. I'm getting this together so I can share this particular story with you all. Nathan Gonzalez. He was sentenced to terms of 5 to 3 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections following his guilty plea to a pair of felony accounts. Now, what he did was, this man had aggravated DUI and animal cruelty. He killed their family dog, and they locked him up as a result of it. Why y'all have to hurt the animals? We have questions that need real answers, okay? Now, have you all been hearing about everything that's been going on with Harvard, the federal government, all of this stuff? I'm still getting a few more downloads as far as that's concerned in terms of just that whole story and why they're all in the mix. But the international students at Harvard are terrified, and they are seeking transfers out of the university and doing their damnedest not to return back to the university because they feel like that there's certain threats and they are worried about coming back on campus. We have to stop terrifying the students. Please. Can we stop now? Okay? Right now. That's all I have for you all as far as for tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to close out and just catch up for a little bit before we get out of here. I'll be right back.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
All right, y'all, let's catch up. What's going on? First off, let me get in here. What y'all talking about in these comments? She said exactly. Yeah, you know, for me, I'm just riding high off of the brunch. I'm still riding so high off of that. And just trying to overcome just life's daily things. I'm excited for what's to come. It's so many fun things. This summer, so y'all know, my people that know me, y'all know my catchphrase for this summer has been titties and toes. Let me just go ahead and just hashtag that real quick. I'm gonna just put it down here. Titties and toes all summer. Because I need y'all to know. And I don't want to be inappropriate or anything, but I do just need to let y'all know that. Titties and toes. That's really where I'm at. This is going to be a prosperous summer. It's going to be a summer to try to get some money and all that. So I encourage y'all to get some money. Please get some money this summer. We got to get outside. I'm personally going to be living my best life. That's really where I'm at. Just with everything production, You know, so many fun things that I want to do, places I want to go, experiences that I want to have. The LinkedIn Lit Brunch was a process. You know, I will say this. I enjoyed working with all of the brands. I had about, I think the final count was 31 brands that agreed to partner with me. Shout out to Rivet and Salon. She gave us a nice little thing in our bag. All my girls, like when I tell you, when women come together, it's powerful. And I'm so thankful for it. I'm so thankful. Not you laughing at the titties and toes. Titties and toes all summer. Get to it. Clock in. Catching up. It's so much that I wish that I could share, but it's not my story to tell. But let me tell y'all this. Overall, life for me, it's been really good. But sometimes when you are tethered and attached to things, you may end up catching backfire for things that may not necessarily be meant for you. And I'm in that season right now where I'm catching a few strays. I'm catching them like Pokemon, but I'm catching them. And it can be a lot sometimes. But I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited because I'm going to do another LinkedIn Lit Brunch. It's happening in the fall. Come on now. Get into it. Get into it. And the girlies are excited. The guys want to come too. I heard the men want to be in the room for the LinkedIn Lit Brunch, the fall edition. The LinkedIn Lit Brunch is going to be an event that will be held twice a year, one in the spring and summer, one in the fall and winter. I have so many, not just thoughts and concepts of things that I'm going to do, but plans that I plan on, that I will execute, God willing. He give me the strength, I'm going to do it. So I'm excited for those things. I'm excited for all my friends and their projects and the stuff that they have coming up, the ways that I'm going to be able to support them. May was a very crazy month. Like, first off, my best friend, I know that she's popped off of here because she's a mother. My best friend is a mother. But both of her boys graduated this month. So it was a blessing to be able to see that. Shout out to Caleb, my best friend Kim's son. I remember when Kim was pregnant with him and Caleb was in the womb, baby. I remember it. I remember she used to have this picture on her wall in her first apartment. And it was her and Caleb, and it was they beautiful photos because, baby, we was photo. What was it? Magic photo, baby. We was magic photo crazy. And my friend, she had these beautiful photos, and seeing him go to prom, seeing him walk across the stage. That's what it's all about. I remember when she was pregnant with him. Like, when I tell you, just life has been coming very, very full circle as of lately. And for that, I'm super, super thankful. And I don't want to hold y'all here long. If y'all got some updates, share with me what's been going on with y'all. For everyone that's tuning in that listens in for the show, if you all were in the room with me on May 17th, you got to see what goes on in this little brain of mine when I actually put it together. Yeah, magic happens. It happens. So we're going to take a really quick break. And when we come back, we'll close out with tonight's quote of the night and get on ahead and get up out of here until next week. Be right back.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and it is time for tonight's quote of the night. This one, I told y'all the quotes find me, but here it goes. At the end of the day, nobody knows how hard you hustle for what you have, how alone you feel at times, how much sleep you lose, or your daily struggles. That's why you got to do it for yourself and always stay 10 toes down, no matter what. Okay? That one, whew, no one knows sometimes the things that you go through. Okay? They don't know about those silent times. They don't know about them times where you be thugging on your lonely. Okay? I am thankful that I'm thankful in this season, especially with the things that I've been faced with lately, that I do have a tribe that hears me when I'm quiet. I had some things going on where I wasn't even eating. I was forgetting to eat. Like, especially during the brunch and even afterwards, I was forgetting to eat. My family fed me so damn good. Ooh, I could just suck on an oxtail bone. It was they treated me so well. I love you guys. I really did. I'm so glad you had a good time, Auntie Tracy. I was glad you was able to be in the room. That was important to me. I feel like Auntie Tracy been one of the biggest supporters. She supports me every week. I don't care what's going on. And look, I could tell my auntie I'm going on vacation and I'm going to be off for a week. And she still texts me like, girl, where the hell are you at? What the hell are you? I'm like, girl, I'm taking a break. People don't know what you go through in this lifetime. It's important for you to get up and do it for yourself. And I need y'all to know I've had to push through some things. Like I said, these last few weeks, I've had to push. I didn't think I was going to make it through. But we here. We here. Not I'm a snitch. Ooh, I'm not trying to be a snitch. But I love y'all for real. And I want to share that with y'all. Do it for you. Do it for you. Understand that everyone may not understand your walk of life, but it doesn't minimize the impact. It doesn't mean that you're not going through things, but you got to stay 10 toes down. The stuff that I'm going through, I ain't even going to lie to you. It shook me up. I was shaken and stirred. Okay. Honestly, I still am. Even up through to this morning. Okay. My world is shaking. But I still have my goals. I still have a very prominent career. I have things going on. And I have people like the people that were in my room on May 17th that are counting on me to rise above the chaos, calamity, and confusion. And I do plan to deliver. And God willing, I'll be able to. So I'm going to stay 10 toes down. And I encourage you all that tonight, if you're going through something, you're battling with something. You know, first off, you're never alone. Like I always tell people, even when on the show, I'll be like, drop y'all businesses, drop that. Send me a DM, contact me. I know lately I've been a little bit delayed because like I said, my life is happening. But I reserve space. And I've got space for you if you need it. There were, people that reached out to me or people that, we were able to be in contact around the time of the brunch and they talked to me. And I'm just like, hey, I want you in the room. I love you. And we're going to be here for each other and we're going to hold each other down. Hold yourself down first, but also allow other people to be 10 toes down for you too when they have capacity. I'm so excited to come back next week because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm taking off Juneteenth. We outside. We at I think Ashanti and them performing and Kim got to tell me, but all I know is I'm sending the money for my tickets. And we doing denim that night. We outside. We outside. Always. But next week, I'm excited to have you, have you all back. We're going to jump in or, I may have a special guest. I may not. It just all depends. But I love y'all in the meantime. Stay up, stay strong, and if nothing else, stay 10 toes down. Until next time, y'all. Bye.